The Super Eagles are flying after sending Nigeria packing to reach the semi-finals of this year's edition of the AFCON 2026. Nigeria is on top of the world. All of us are happy. We all are happy with our players. We love the performance yesterday. But you see behind the scene, it is not just the opponent these guys are actually fighting. These guys are fighting for their own bank accounts. They really want things to go the right way. They want their bonuses paid, right? So while we were actually sharing, for the goals, the players were almost refusing to get on the bus. And why is this? It is simple. It is simply because of the fact that the NFF is at it again. The NFF has done what it usually does. So today we are looking at the history of the Super Eagles, pay me my money protest, and how they finally were able to, get remunerated and get on the bus to be able to face Algeria in a match that we won. It's January, and Happy New Year if I've not told you Happy New Year this year. It's January, and welcome to my channel. The Eagles are unbeaten. They have beaten, of course, as far as I can remember, in this group stage of this year's AFCON. I think they have beaten Tanzania, they have beaten Uganda, I suppose, and a couple of other guys. But last Wednesday was where the issue began. The camp was silent, the Super Eagles camp was silent, and the message was simple. It was clear. It was a no pay, no play situation for the guys. They were actually ready not to do anything, not to train, not to move anywhere if they were not paid. As a matter of fact, many of them refused to actually want to go to Marrakesh. So now it was so tense, it was so serious that the captain of the Super Eagles decided that he was going to actually pay them from his own pocket. So it is said that each players were owed in excess of about $43,000 each, which equals in match bonuses. I'm surprised as you are. You are surprised and I am surprised because I believe this should not be the situation. Now, why am I making this video? I'm making this video because this is not the first time and this is not the one time. I want to listen to this video of Mikel Obi. Hear what Mikel Obi has to say about this situation.
Got to the camp, spoke to the president. Where is the money? Players are asking for it. Oh no, Mikel, don't worry. We'll sort it out. Don't worry about that. A week goes by. Players asking me, Mikel, we need this money. We need to get it because once the World Cup is done, we don't know if we're going to get this money. So luckily enough, I had the late chief of staff, Abakiari. I had his phone number. Called him up. I said, listen, we have an issue here. I need this money to settle my players because this is what's been promised. He said, really? Is that what's going on? I said, okay, Mikel, no problem. 24 hours. Private plane. Money, bang, at the hotel. Hand-to-hand delivery. Millions of dollars. And then a day or two after that, the president of the NFF came to the camp, called me up to his room after training, walked into the room. The whole fucking cabal was sitting there. I know them. I wasn't scared of them. Mikel, why did you do this? What you've done is not nice. You've made us look like idiots. I said, are you serious? I've been asking you for this for months and months, and you know this is what is owed to this place. I asked you so many times. I gave you the benefit of doubt. But when you failed to do it, I had to take the responsibility. These are things you have to fight.
If you have seen that video of Mikel Obi, you would know that this isn't a movie. It's not a new movie. It's not the first time that something like this will be happening. We have seen situations like this repeat itself over and over again. For example, in 1998, a bonus round before the Denmark game led to a 4-1 demolition of Nigeria. Because we lost that game. In 2014, the team boycotted training in Brazil, and this was the time of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Now, the presidency actually had to fly out about $3.8 million in cash, on a private jet across the Atlantic Ocean so that the bonuses of these players can actually be paid. And just last year in Morocco, another strike is what many believe cost us a spot in this year's edition of, the World Cup. So how many of these things are we going to see? How many of it are we going to see? And when exactly is it going to stop? You see this last one that happened last Wednesday, the last Wednesday, and that was January 8th. The federal government finally had to step in, just like the way they have been stepping in the past. The Minister of Finance confirmed that the Central Bank of Nigeria, had processed the funds. What is their excuse for not paying this in the first place? They said it was administrative bottlenecks, bureaucracies. Now, basically, the NFF had to even show the players actual bank slips and payment proofs just to actually get them on board the flight to be able to face Algeria in a match that we finally won. We won it beautifully. So it is a miracle that even despite all of the drama, they went out and dominated Algeria. But here is the big question that I really want to ask you. Why does this have to reach this point? Why do we have to turn our own footballers into accountants? Why do we have to turn our own footballers that are professional, that are meant to be playing football, we turn them into accountants? I want to hear from you. I really need you to drop your comments because this is a conversation that I cannot even process. The NFF, on the other hand, says that the process is now streamlined, but we have actually had this in the past. This is not in today's story. This is since 1994 and even beyond. So, is this going to be the end of the money drama, or will we see another strike before the final? I actually predict Nigeria to get to the final. What do you think? Should the players keep striking? Is this the end of the money drama, or we will see another strike before the final? What do you think? Should the players keep striking until they get paid in such situation in the future? Or is this supposed to be a country first, no matter what? I want to hear from you. Drop your comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It is very, very important. I need to hear from you because I am ashamed of this corruption, and I do not really just have a word. I need you to help me understand this. I need you to drop your comments.